It is about as gangster of a goal you can score in the NHL, and I think there's only one person in the league right now capable of doing what that man did, and it was, of course, that man, Connor McDavid, the ankle breaker on Morgan Rielly, and then pulling it back, going top shelf. I don't know where to start. I've seen it about 1,000,000 times, and I still cannot get over it. Please.
I mean, it was a basketball move on ice.
Yes.
It was an in and out. It was a hezzy. It was a sham god. Like, it was amazing.
It didn't even look like necessarily a hockey move because it was so well done. But only McDavid could pull that off that easily.
Can I say this is how well done it was? And if I had water, I'd pour a sip out. It was so well done that Morgan Rielly had to come up with an injury afterwards.
Claim I've been injured all season.
That's how nice a move it was. Morgan, it's okay. Literally no defender in the world would have been able to stay in front of him. I don't care how long his stick was, how fast they could skate backwards. That move was next level.
Poor Morgan, but my God, it gave us one of the great goals and one of the great post-game reactions as well, from be it analysts that were calling the game, be it players that were on the ice. Like, everybody had an opinion on this goal. Just listen.
I think that's one of the best individual efforts on a goal I've ever seen.
That's the nicest goal I've ever seen.
That is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
My guy is ridiculous. He is ridiculous.
It's unbelievable. He doesn't ever look towards the goal, and then all of a sudden he's in front of it.
That's an elite move by an elite player right there. And it's tough for Morgan Rielly that he's going to have to watch that over and over again.
Mo Riley's a guy that I've played with a couple times, and he's a good friend of mine, and I don't think he liked that very much.
Can you give us an idea of what it is like to try to defend McDavid?
No, not really. I mean, it's tough.
Shout out to Morgan Rielly, right?
Can we see his face again?
Please.
Before the question is even asked.
He's just like, damn, man. You know what? Credit for him for facing it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
At least he went out and took it because he knew he was going to, as anybody would. If it wasn't Morgan, it would have. There is no defender that could have made that look better.
Are we surprised that the guy that was the most underwhelmed by all of that was Connor McDavid himself? Are we surprised by that?
His reaction after scoring was a bit more elevated than I thought.
He did have that big smile, right?
Big smile,
that big smile.
Hand in the air, like glove in the air, I should say. I feel like that was more than I was even expecting.
Well, let's break down some of the arena's reaction here, because I feel like we need to do that. So let's isolate a few homeboys and homegirls here. First, no-frill Steve Ballmer in the first row
I thought that was Gary Lawless.
Nah, he's in Vegas.
Full shock.
Karen's mad.
Shock.
Karen's mad. My guy is going full hand over mouth. He's like, oh my God, the disrespect.
He nearly choked on his popcorn.
Like, that's most of the fans, I think, like, oh my God, what did I just see?
This is my guy.
Yeah, this is the best
guy's
one.
Just like, yo.
Connor McDavid.
You know what my guy's thinking? He's like, are there going to be trade rumors surrounding Morgan Rielly tomorrow? Because my guy's got to get out of town, I think, right? Like, my guy's got to go. Oh, and then this. There's the smile.
There it is.
There it is, Connor. You're allowed. That was like the 4th of 4 points on the night for Connor McDavid as well. Like, my guy's so good, you forget that was his first goal ever against his hometown team in Toronto. Like, and what a way to do it as well.
There was also a conversation that because it happened in Toronto, it's going to get even more hype. Do you agree with that? Because I think that goal, no matter where it had been scored, would have had this same type of enthusiasm around it. But people felt like, because it happened in the Mecca of Toronto.
I think in terms of narratives, like doing it against your hometown team,
Yeah.
your family's in the house, Wayne Gretzky's in the house, like reacting to that goal as well. Your teammates are saying, I think it's the best goal I've ever seen. Your own defensemen are like, I would just fall down and hope that he runs over me or something. I think it makes a difference that it happened in Toronto. It happened on such a big scale against such a massive team. That stuff matters. The goal was so good, it forced us to introduce an entirely new segment called The Breakdown, where Justin Bourne literally broke down this goal. It was an incredible breakdown. If you haven't seen it, go to Sportsnet's YouTube page. It is there, and it is amazing, from Bourne, who is a former hockey player in himself, who sees little intricacies and little details that you may have missed that made it so effective. We just decided, here's a new segment because this goal was so good.